Hey, thanks for popping in today and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. I'm Delana from delanasimmons.com and I help overwhelmed business owners tackle their tech issues. Today I want to talk to you briefly about how DIYing everything can hurt you in the long run. It can end up costing you thousands of dollars, wasted time, missed opportunities. I mean, come on, we're in this business to make money, right? We don't want to waste any dollars or time. So don't get me wrong. I totally understand when you're first starting out, you may not be able to afford to outsource everything and have everything done by a professional. I totally get it. I'm totally there still. But if you're new to business and you're watching this, keep these things in mind as your business grows. And if you have been in business for a little while and you're still doing a lot of these things yourself, you may want to consider how much it can help you to start outsourcing these things to somebody who might be a little better at them than you are, because that's their, it's their thing. So let's go. So the first thing is your website. This is probably one of the first things you should think about when it comes to outsourcing and having a professional take it over, because this is what your potential clients go to get a feel for you, to get to know you before they actually reach out to you, right? So you want to make sure that it gives them the best, the best overall picture of you as possible. So if you have a DIY website and you're not a designer, chances are pretty good that there's some room for improvement on your site. I mean, it's just a given. It's not our, it's not our thing. So we don't have all the design eye and all that stuff, right? So, and that's totally fine because it's not for everybody. But at that point, it might be time for somebody to take over who knows what they're doing. If you keep trying to do it yourself, you will probably end up wasting tons of time trying to get little things to work that somebody else could do in a second. You'll waste lots of money trying different themes or adding different plugins maybe that you don't need, or trying to find the one that's the best fit for you and somebody else may already know what that is. So it's, when it gets down to that, when you realize that you're spending that much time and money on it, then you need to be, it might be better to hire somebody who knows how to get it right the first time. And your website, it can make all the difference in your business. So if you're ready to start leveling up, then your website still says you're a beginner, then that's going to say a lot to your potential customers, and they may very well just decide to pass. You don't want that. You want new customers, new clients. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, maybe it's time to hire out somebody, is copywriting. This is a big one for me, and I can't wait till I can hire a copywriter. But because this is something I struggle with. I mean, we're not all writers, right? And some of us are amazing at it, can whip out like the best sales page or the best Facebook post in a matter of minutes. And some of us can get by, and that's kind of where I am. And other people just struggle with writing, right? Hate it, don't want to do it, not at all. And this can kind of tie in with the website because a lot of copy goes on your website, but it's also good for emails and social media posts and anywhere else that you write to share your story and your business with other people. The truth is that it takes some really killer copy to get some people interested in what you're saying, right? You got to be able to hook them from the beginning. You got to be able to make them want to keep reading. And that's really hard to do sometimes. It's really, really hard to do, especially when it comes to a potential client where, the littlest thing could make them click away from your page and they may never come back. And that's a horrible thing to think about, just, because of something that you said. That is probably harmless, but, So just like with the website, when it comes to copywriting, it's probably better to start looking into hiring somebody when you're really ready to up-level your services, your prices. You need a sales page that will really draw people in. You need emails that will get people to your sales pages. And to do that, it's probably better to go ahead and hire that out to somebody who knows exactly what a sales page needs to convert into a sale. And it, even if you just hire somebody at first to make your about page and sales page stand out, it will make a world of difference when people stop by your website. Huge difference. The next thing that I think is something that could hurt you if you DIY it for too long are photos. Nothing up-levels your business like professional photos. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, it is a-okay to start out with iPhone photos or photos taken with a regular camera. But I know I did, and I still have some of those photos on my site. But when it comes down to it and your business is rocking and rolling and you're ready to move on to that next level, it's time to get professional pictures. I listed this under possible wasted opportunities because your photos say a lot on your site and they say a lot on your social media. If they are all kind of cohesive and they're branded, then they really showcase you, who you are as a business owner, and speak to the people that you want to work with. And professional photos do this so much better than your regular iPhone photos. So it's okay to have some nice photos that are maybe candid, that were taken with your phone while you were on vacation. That's totally fine. If that's all you have on your site, it's your main photos, then it's possible that it could turn potential clients off, thinking that you aren't willing to invest in your business. It's one of those things that you'll have to work your way up to, but something definitely to keep in mind. And I'm sure that if you're trying to do it on a budget, you can either find somebody in your area who is a relatively inexpensive, or you could maybe even barter, to offer a photographer in your area some of your services, whatever it is you do, a website or something, in exchange for a few photos. You may not get a full, assortment like you would if you were to purchase a regular package, but it's an idea. It's an idea. So photos are definitely something to keep in mind. I think that it's very easy to pass them off as not important, but they really are. Last thing I have for you today is tech stuff, and this is my favorite stuff. But this could be anything from setting up a sales funnel in your email platform. It could be automating a client onboarding system. It could be setting up a new platform, setting up a webinar, or the tech side of a course. Like when you're finally putting it into Teachable or whatever platform you're using. It's true that most of the super popular platforms that are out there are fairly easy to learn. That's super true. But if you're not a techie person or you're on a time crunch, they can end up costing you a lot in the long run because you're spending more time on the back end automated stuff than the things that are going to make your money. You're spending more time trying to load the course into Teachable than you are creating the content that's actually going to get people to buy your course. So it could definitely save you a lot of time, frustration, if you hire out somebody who's really good with the tech pieces, to knock those things out for you very quickly and efficiently, to get, so you can launch on time, so your course is ready on time, so your webinar works when it's time to go live. Because there's always tech issues. Something could always pop up, but it would be nice to know that everything is set up the way that it should be from the start. And then if there's a problem, deal with that when it happens, of course. But at least that getting started, everything is going the way that it should be. And I know that you're probably thinking some of this stuff is going to be money up front, and it is. Hiring out will cost you money, but in the long run, it's either going to save you a ton of time, but if you are not a techie person or on a time limit trying to launch by a certain day, or your webinar's this afternoon, and it'll save you a ton of time and frustration to just hire that out to somebody who already knows what to do. They will be able to get in there and fix the problem or set it up for you without any issues, and it'll be done. And that will free you up to take care of the things that make money in your business, okay? Because just simply setting up the tech for a webinar is not going to make your business any money. But when you have that set up and you can focus on, it's off your plate, and you can focus on the content you're going to be sharing in your webinar, that's what's going to make you money. Because if you give them killer content on the webinar, they will probably become a client, right? Or a customer. So those are the 4 things that I have that I think are super important to stop DIYing at a certain point in your business. Now, that point is going to be different for everybody. I can't tell you when to stop doing that, but I definitely think when it's time for you to up level, when you're ready to raise your prices, when you're ready to take on more clients, then these are some of the first things that you need to look at making sure are in place before you do that. So anyways, thank you for joining me today. I'm so glad you watched this video. If you have any questions or want to reach out to me, just feel free to do so. Comment, stop by the website, drop me an email, whatever you want to do. And I will see you next time.